Good morning, preschoolers and kindergartners. Some of you are new. We're getting ready to be losing some that's getting ready to go up to first grade. They're going to have so much fun in that class too. But this is going to be our last week together till things change a little bit. So the ones that's going to be moving up, I love you and I miss you. And I'm still going to get to see you. But then the ones that's moving in, I'm so excited because we're going to get some new friends. And the ones that's moving up, you will make new friends too. Because once we're friends, you'll remain in our heart. All right, today our story is about Jesus showed his glory to Peter, John, and James. So, we find this in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. So we got to get through the entire Old Testament to get into these. But it's said in the 3 Matthew, Mark, and Luke books of the Bible. To get to that, we got to do our verses, or we got to do our books. I'm sorry. My mind is crazy today. Okay, so Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms and Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel and Hosea, Joel and Amos, Obadiah, Jonah and Micah, Nahum and Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi. And that was the Old Testament. And if you don't know that, that's okay. Because at the beginning of the year, we'll start going slow. That way, by the time you get ready to move up to 1st and 2nd grade, you will know it. Okay? All right. So, this is in Matthew 17, Mark 9, and Luke 9. So, one day, Jesus went up to a high mountain with Peter, James, and John. The disciples fell asleep. They did a lot of that, didn't they? Couple stories I remember them falling asleep. Okay. Jesus prayed. So whenever they were sleeping, he went up and he prayed by himself. Remember, last week he was praying too. He went away and he was praying and he told them to go across the sea and he was praying. He was being with the Father, right? Okay, so all of a sudden Jesus changed. His face was shining like the sun and his clothes were bright white. The disciples woke up and saw Moses and Elijah talking with Jesus. Hold on. We got to stop for a second. Do you remember who Moses was? That's right. He was the ones that kept going to Pharaoh saying, God said, let my people go. Let my people go. He led them out of Egypt. Like the plagues happened because Pharaoh wouldn't listen to Moses. And so God sent these plagues. And then Pharaoh finally let them go. And he led them out of Egypt. And then as soon as he let them out of Egypt, he went up on the mountain and he was talking to God in the burning bush. And then he came down, and remember his face in the story? Like he had his hair was like glistening white, and he had like this sun beaming appearance. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And Moses came down and he gave us the 10 commandments from God. And what else happened? And when he came down, then they were building these idols and he broke the commandments, and then he had to go back up and talk to God again. Because he broke the commandments that he was supposed to give to God's people. All of that happened. That was Moses. Jesus was talking to Moses. And Elijah. Elijah was a prophet. A long time ago. Peter said, Lord, it is good for us to be here. I will set up 3 tents here. One for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. And they knew who it was. So they remember the stories that Jesus was telling them and that everybody was talking about. And whenever he remembered, he knew who those people were. And he was going to make a tent for, he was going to make them a place to sleep. Remember? Peter was still talking when a brow... Am I wrong? Okay. Peter was still talking when a bright cloud covered them. A voice from the cloud said, This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. The disciples fell face down. They fell face down. They were so scared. Jesus came up and touched them and said, Get up and don't be afraid. When the disciples looked up, they did not see Moses or Elijah. They only saw Jesus. As the friends were coming down from the mountain, Jesus said, Do not tell anyone what you saw until the Son of Man is raised from the dead. So here he starts talking about, he knows that he's going to die. He knows what he has to do because remember he came to do a job on earth for God, right? So until the Son of Man is raised from the dead, they can't say what they saw. Wow, that would be so hard. The disciples did not tell anyone, but they wondered what Jesus meant. Do you think they talked to God about it? When people, it's not good to tell secrets or have secrets, but Jesus is different. He's the only one that's different on secrets. So, I would probably take it to God if you know a secret, because sometimes secrets aren't good. But Jesus was telling his disciples his secret because God was actually talking to them, telling them to listen to his Son. But they wondered what Jesus meant when they said that. They asked him, Why do Jewish teachers say Elijah must come before the Messiah? Jesus told them that Elijah had already came. That is, a prophet like Elijah had come. Jesus was talking about John the Baptist. You remember who John the Baptist was? John the Baptist, he baptized people. He baptized Jesus. And then the dove came and as soon as Jesus was baptized, and the heavens opened up. Excuse me. Okay, and so John the Baptist, his mom was Jesus's mom's cousin. So remember they were Mary and Elizabeth. Mary went to Elizabeth's house and the baby in Elizabeth's belly jumped for joy inside because they knew that it was Jesus in Mary's belly. Wow, all of this is connecting. It's so exciting. I love it. Don't you like hearing about Jesus? All about him. I want to know all about him so I can know how to follow him. That's why we do this, because we want to know more. We want to live life with Jesus. And more people, we got to tell about Jesus. Okay, so Jesus was talking about John the Baptist, and the people did not think that John was a prophet. And they hurt him. And Jesus said that they were going to hurt him too. And so Jesus knew that he was going to die. But he knew he was going to die. And he had a job to do. But he also knew what was going to happen, because God's kingdom was going to be glorified through this. Jesus had a job. Jesus gives us jobs too. God gives us jobs. We need to listen to Jesus with our ears. and what we're seeing and what we're saying. Jesus showed his glory to Peter, James, and John. And Jesus said that he would die, rise from the dead, and go back to heaven. And one day, Jesus will come again in his glory to make everything new. So, with that being said, when Jesus died, it was sad, and God was upset. And so we're going to learn more about that. But we got to remember, Jesus came to show us how to live by example, okay? He wants us to know more about God. So we got to know more about our Bibles and read our Bibles and understand that we got to be nice to people and love our neighbors and love everyone just like Jesus did. I'm not for sure if we'll be together next week. And I meant to do the whole orange thing. But when I went home to do it, I didn't have any oranges. We'll try to do it whenever we're in person because I can get everybody together and do it. But I just want to do a little plug-in before I do our paperwork. See that? That's Elijah and Moses and Jesus and John, Peter, and James. Don't know if it's exact ones, but the three up there is with Jesus. Jesus is in the white, and these are the other disciples. But we'll do our paperwork. But I want to do a plug-in. If your moms and dads have not signed you up for VBS yet, have them go on KZ Baptist website and sign you up for VBS. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be a really cool experience. Yes, we kind of got to do it like this, but we're going to be doing crafts. We're going to be doing fruit. We're going to be doing snacks. We're going to be doing music. We're going to be doing lessons. All of this is included within your registration. You will get all the crafts. You will get all the snacks. You will get the lessons and everything. And it's going to be so exciting. And I don't want you guys to miss out on it. So please, 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 please tell moms and dads you want to do VBS. Even though it's online, it's still going to be so much fun. Don't forget. Okay, now we can do our paper. Isn't this so weird? I got to do it like backwards. Okay, we're getting ready to do our paper, so I got to flip my camera around, and then I'll shut it off after that. But I hope to see you guys Sunday. I missed last Sunday because Devin got hurt at a derby, and I didn't get home until late, but I miss you guys so much. Hope we can get together soon. Let's do our paperwork. All right, I'm going to flip it around. Woo! Okay, so you got to write your name up in the corner right here, guys. So you got to write your name. Don't forget, here is your picture. Isn't that so cool? I would probably be afraid too. But I know Jesus is with me all the time. I know that he's praying for me. I know he's sitting at the right hand of God, just talking to God about us and loving us. He's on our side, talking to God for us, and he never leaves us. God is always here, so with us. So you got to pray to him, and you got to talk to him, and you got to grow in your relationship with him. Okay, this one says in the instructions, circle the item in each row that is different from the others. Oh, okay. So I'm going to leave it on there for a minute and see if you guys can start doing it on your own. If you have an idea to try to do it on your own. Because Jesus showed his glory to Peter, James, and John. Jesus' face started shining and his clothes were bright white. Jesus talked with Moses and Elijah. The disciples heard God the Father speak from a cloud. Isn't that so exciting? Why do you think Jesus performed miracles? Jesus performed miracles to show that he is the Son of God. And then here's some family discussion things that you could talk about with moms and dads and just talk to them, make conversation. Would you react like Peter, James, and John if you saw what they saw? How is Jesus like us? How is he different from us? What do you look forward to most about Jesus returning and making all things new? All right, so we have an orange, an apple, a bear, and a banana. What do you think is different in there? Okay, so the bear is an animal, and the apple, orange, and banana are fruit. Do you think that's how they're different? I can't get my pen open, my marker open. Hey, did you guys try that last week to see if your crayon floated or it sank in our Bible lesson? Okay, so fruit, fruit, animal, fruit. We're going to circle that one. Okay, what do you think is all the same about these? We have a cat, a car or a truck, a dog, and a bird. I would say living, not living, living, living. Okay, and then we have bucket, ball, ball, ball. Or bucket, baseball, soccer ball, basketball. Which one do you think is different? I think the bucket. Okay, and then we have a daisy flower, hibiscus flower, and I think it's geranium flower in the tree. Which one is different? I'm going to say the tree. All right. I hope you guys had fun today learning about how Jesus showed his glory in Matthew, Mark, and Luke. I'm found. Here is the crayon from last week. Did it float? Did it sink? Okay, so I'm going to get off here. Remember, if moms and dads did not sign you up for VBS, I hope they do soon. We're going to have so much fun. We could even have moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and aunties and uncles and babysitters and whoever's watching you for the day that you're doing it. They can learn about Jesus too. We just got to tell everyone about Jesus. That's our job. Why we're here is to follow Jesus and to tell others about him. I love you, and I'm going to get off here because I've almost done 20 minutes, and I know it's hard for you guys to sit still. All right, I love you guys. I hope to see you soon. Bye.